Hello, good morning to all of you. I am Dr. D.D. Sawant from J.A.T Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon District, Nashik. I am from Department of Geography. The topic that to be discussed is a geologic time scale. As using the principles of superposition and chronal succession, geologists have determined the chronological sequence of rocks throughout broad regions of every continent and have constructed a standard geological time scale that serves as a calendar of the history of the earth. And hence the earth formed along with the solar system of 4.6 billion years ago. The geologic time scale is the summary of the major events in earth's history and hence the largest segments of geological time, eon, era, period, epoch, and smallest segments of geological time. Hence, the standard geologic columns was established from studies of rock sequence in Europe, which is now used as worldwide. Rocks are correlated from different parts of the world on the basis of fossils they contain. The standard geological time scale is the nomenclature of the columns, indicate eras, periods, and epochs in early histories. These names marks highlights in the historical development of geological science over the past 200 years. Nearly every name is associated with an important scientific discovery. An understanding of the origin and meaning of these names is therefore helpful. It is worthwhile to mention that absolute time designates a specific duration of time in units of hours, days, or years. In geology, long period of absolute time can be measured by radiometric dating, and hence obviously the geological time hierarchy comprises of eon, era, and period, epoch, age, and chron in a descending order of magnitude. The lithos stratigraphical hierarchy is based on system, means the period, series, stage, and chronozone. There are, however, no stratometric equivalents to eon and era. The individual time intervals are not of standard duration, nor are the rock division of uniform magnitudes. Hence, the geologic time for the purpose of determining the age of various rocks has been divided into two eons. For example, Precambrian, Phanerozoic, and four major eras. Next, number one, Precambrian. Number two, Paleozoic, means the ancient life. Third is the Mesozoic, means the middle life. And Cenozoic or Cenozoic, recent life. The oldest and by far the longest is the Precambrian, which covers about 87.6% of the geological time. Our knowledge about this era is quite much, but our knowledge about the remaining three eras, starting about 600 million years ago, is relatively more. Most of the eras is subdivided into smaller time units known as periods. The Paleozoic has 7 periods, the Mesozoic 3 periods, and Cenozoic 2 periods. Each of the 12 periods is further subdivided into epochs, each epoch into ages, and each age is into crowns, and this usage of crowns is, however, not absolute. As this Precambrian era, this is the oldest era of geological history. It is the period of time from the consolidation of the earth crust to the base of Cambrian. The term Proterozoic, Azoic, and Archean have been used either as synonymous or partial synonymous. The duration of Precambrian time is probably not less than 4,000 million years, or over 90% of the geological time, and during this period a number of orogenesis are known to have occurred. The Precambrian rocks are mostly crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic, which are extremely complex, and hence the peninsular plateau of India is mostly composed of the Precambrian rocks, and hence the hot climate of the Precambrian period is broken up by a series of ice age, and seaweeds are the only form of vegetation. During the Precambrian period, life was originating in the warm seas. There was no life on land, thus the Precambrian rocks contain only a very few fossils of the more primitive form of life. So this is the Precambrian rocks are extremely rich in metallic minerals, and almost all the important occurrences of iron ore, gold, silver, copper, manganese, uranium, chromium, lead, zinc, and mica in the world are found in the rocks of Precambrian era. These rocks are, however, poor in the fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. So, in various periods, a era range in time from 600 to 230 million years, which is a Paleozoic era. The major orogenesis occurred during this era are the Caledonian in the lower Paleozoic and at the top of the upper Paleozoic, together with their accompanying granite intrusion and the metamorphism. Nextly, the word Cambrian came from Cambria, the Latin names of Wales, which these rocks were first studied, and hence the Cambrian rock rests on the highly deformed Precambrian metamorphic complex. And hence this period was characterized by shallow seas which covered much of the earth, and the rocks are found in Wales, northwest Scotland, and western England, and similar rocks formation also occurred in Canada and USA. So, as these periods are characterized by widespread volcanicity, and the onset of Caledonian orogeny is evident. The seas continued to advance and retreat. Rocks of Ordovician period have been found not only in Wales but also in parts of North America and northwest Europe. Volcanic eruption occurred on the floor of the sea. The climate appeared warm and with no marked climatic zone. Plant life was mainly confined to sea. All life still restricted to water, but first vertebrates appeared, and hence the plant life did not advance beyond seaweeds. No life found on land. Next period, that is a Silurian period. The Silurian period had been named after the Silurs, also an ancient Celtic tribe of the Wales. Rocks of this period are exposed on the water of wells, and hence the period extended from 435 to 395 million years, having a duration of 40 million years. And hence the plants are first adapted themselves on life on land, but were still leafless. Fossils remains of land develop on a large scale. First, plants appear on land. Devonian period. This period has been named after the country of Devon in southwest England. It extended from 395 to 345 million years, having a duration of 50 million years. During this period, land area increased on the expanse of sea. This was a period of extensive mountain buildings and volcanic activity. Old sea sandstones of Europe developed during the period. It was warm and semi-arid climate in northwest Europe and over a large period of part of North America. With heavy seasonal rains, equably conditions prevailed elsewhere. So, as the earth begins to look green as plants with roots, stems, and leaves evolve, there was rapid evolution of vertebrate animals, ancestors of all modern fish evolved, and hence the primitive sharks measuring up to 7 meters appeared. In consequence, this period has become known as the Age of Fish. By the end of this period, the first amphibians animals had come into existence, and hence with land plants to feed on, the first invertebrate animals left the sea and adapted themselves to life on land. So, hence they included as millipedes, miter, spiders, and wingless insects. Thank you. Thank you very much.